say, how did it happen? That's how it happened. And so taking that frustration, I decided to write a post on social media, and somebody in California, a friend of mine, commented and said, if you will send me a copy of your application, I'll put a good word for you here. I didn't know where here necessarily was, whether that was where she was or was somewhere else. And I didn't even ask Mark. I sent her both the applications. And about 6 weeks after that, I got an email stating that I was the final contestant that they chose for their TEDx event. And that the event was taking place January 2019. So I had basically 2 months, a little over 2 months, to craft a TED Talk, memorize a TED Talk, and execute a TED Talk. And so when you say, how did it happen? That's how it happened. So then I had to go in beast mode. And I spent a minimum of an hour every day working on my content. I recorded it fast. I recorded it slow, because for myself, when I get nervous, I talk really, really fast and I start really getting amped up and into my speech. Whereas if you're really wanting to engage with an audience, you need to speak at a pace that they can hear you and absorb. I practiced it in front of friends. I videoed myself. I hired a TEDx coach, but I ate, drank, and slept preparing for a TED Talk. I bombed my rehearsal, was in tears. If I showed you the video, you would be like, a week later, you did a TED Talk? Like, are you sure? Like, it's bad. I woke up the next day and I'm like, you have a week. I stayed in California. And so I went and stood out there and pretended that was my stage and my audience was out there. And I stood there every day and talked to my audience. And I had a rigid routine of doing a yoga workout, eating breakfast, meditating, and doing my talk until lunch, eat lunch, take a nap, do more yoga, get out and do my talk, go for a quick walk, do another talk. So I was practicing about completely through the talk, 4 to 7 times all the way through, but there were sections that I would, mess up and I would really work on.